Hey everyone, this is PrinceBrightstar, and welcome back to Phantasy Star Universe here on the Clementine server. Oh, it has been a hot minute since we took a look at this server, but we got something pretty interesting here today. Very recently, they introduced the new hardcore mode onto the server, and this is one of the characters that I've created on my account here. You'll notice in the lower left corner my name is in, I guess that's in purple. Frankly, I think against the backdrop here it makes it a little hard to read it. But basically, this is how you're able to tell if your character is in hardcore mode or if another player is. And the basic idea of this mode is if you happen to die without escape doll, you get deleted by the server instantly. There is no delay to it. You're just wiped. And in the event that you do get deleted when you are above level 100, a banner goes across the entire server to show who it was that went down and what enemy they fell to. So, yeah, it's definitely a risky endeavor playing the game now. It definitely emphasizes perfection as much as you can. And the other thing is that you can only hold up to one escape doll in this mode. So you can't just simply stack them like you could on a regular account. But you do also have a bunch of bonuses. You have an extra 2 times experience, you have an extra 2 times rare drop rate, and a bunch of other bonuses here. But let's just go ahead and see if we can find a group to drop into here with. Let's see. Looks like somebody is working on Sleeping Warriors S2, so I guess I'll hop in with them. I don't see them on the map here, so they must be in a different block. Did they just change? No, so I guess they must have forgotten to hit the crystal then. Yeah, because this map typically sends you around in a loop. And then the key that I have available there at the top is, oh, now they're saying they've hit a crystal. Okay. The key, the number 1 key that's in the upper right corner there, usually that's used to open up a gated area that has a photon charge crystal. Yes, Dragon Rider, there is a hardcore mode now. Basically, you need to download the new launcher for the game in order to create the account type. There's also going to be an upcoming sandbox mode as well. But while you can create the account, you can't actually do anything with it just quite yet here. As for what I'm in here as, I am a Gunmaster. Currently I am at level 6 on that. My goal is to eventually get up to level 50 because there is a really nice line shield that you get at level 50. But for the time being, while I can't use it quite yet because I'm still leveling up my partner machine, I do have a red line ready to basically craft together in synthesis. So that'll be nice to start using over the what I've got currently. That is a Deregan line. I just recently got that along with the Flame Garment here. And I'm using that because, frankly, sub-weapons are nice, but in this situation, having more resistance to status effects is going to be of higher value, especially against Megid attacks until I can get one of those Vajiri resists. But before I start hunting for that thing, I want to get myself a little bit more leveled up here. As well as maybe get one of those decolt lines, which gives you basically a plus 20 to your endurance stat. Which would make me resistant to Megid, although not resistant to anything else. It's basically an armor line shield that's designed to be just a... it gives you like 300 EVP, and that's about it. Now, something else I am hoping to eventually get is a better unit for just my attack power, as well as for my technique defense. For those, I'm gonna have to run different missions. For instance, the next step in what I've got right here, the Gratia, the next step of that, I'm going to be able to get from the rare S2 Fisher mission. Again, that is a rare mission, so I either have to luck into getting one of those myself, or I need to jump into somebody else's party that's going to run that on the S2 rank. And then, of course, something I'm also trying to do along the way here is get all my Photon Arts, or Photon Bullets, whatever you want to call it, leveled up. Those have a 2x multiplier, or actually no, at launch it was 2x, but actually it's at a 4x multiplier right now. So that at least makes that leveling up very quick. But as of right now, I kind of see myself more playing support to other parties if I can. Gun-based characters were never really able to solo too much on their own at the highest levels. At least from my experience. Or if you tried to do it, you'd basically run through all your photon charges and have to go back out to the lobby multiple times to fill those up again. Alright, this should be the last target coming up here. In fact, let me change my weapon here so I can move around easily. Haha, got it frozen. Oops. Alright, so I'm not gonna get an S rank since I joined mid-mission here, but let's see. B rank. Okay, so at least I got some mission points. And they're using a sub-weapon, so that's gonna give me access to everything that drops here quickly. Harwalna. Just some A rank weapons, not that useful, to be honest. Give them a chance to, oh, actually, they're already, restarting here. Or, leaving. Oh, in fact, they left the party, okay. Alright, well, let me stop off here. Recharge. And let me get rid of the sword, since I'm not going to need that. Let me get rid of that. Monomate, because that does pretty much nothing for me at this level. And the rest of this is going to go to the share box. And I expect at some point I'm going to have to deal with inventory management in that share box. Alright, let's see if there are any other groups we can hop into now. Alright, we'll hop into this S rank one. I'd prefer S2 if possible, but I'll take what I can get for now. Looks like they might be fighting the dragon right now, actually. Because no, they are on the map. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna go right into that then. For the most part, this fight is fairly straightforward at this level. Not too much that's going to surprise the player, aside from maybe the dragon dashing into them, or hitting them from on high with the flame breath. That right there is one of the photon bullets that I'm leveling up. Taken off, so let me bring out the rifle. I know what you're thinking. That photon art there trained those photon points pretty quickly there. And yeah, that particular one is known as Killer Shot, and that one has the ability to rarely incapacitate an enemy. Basically, it's a one-hit takedown if you get lucky. But I'm still in the process of leveling that up. It has the maximum incapacitate level right now, but there is still room as it improves to get a. Oh, somebody actually just got a rare mission there. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so, looks like they're going to look to use that rare mission. We'll see which one, they decide to go for. If we're lucky, they'll be thinking of the Fisher mission, but if not, then, it'll be, something else. Alright, so they're going for the Force of Illusion, then. Let me get rid of what I can here. And we head for Dagora City. Alright, so we're just waiting for them to show up. They're probably going to post in the hardcore chat and Discord, on the Clementine Discord, that they've got the mission ready to go. So we just have to wait for them to show up now here. There's one of them. See if they want to bring in more players. Because actually, I didn't see that get posted. Oh, they already got people coming. Okay, cool. So yeah, if you've never seen this before, Phantasy Star Universe actually ported in some of the maps from the original Phantasy Star Online. And so we'll be running through one of those here in just a moment. It's always a fun kick to see one of those happening. One of them. And we just need one more now. Looks like BIH wants in. Alright, so they're just switching characters, and then we'll go ahead and start the run. It's nice that they're running this on S2, because that means they're going to maximize the amount of experience that they get from this, since they do qualify for that. You're able to run that at level 105. So, we're all going to be getting a bunch of experience here. You're going to be hearing the level up sound quite a bit here in the next few minutes. Yeah, Phantasy Star Universe has always had a... Well, what can I say? The whole Phantasy Star Universe is my favorite video game series, but Phantasy Star Universe, I spent a lot of time with it. And it was really nice when Clementine brought their server up several years ago. Looks like we're ready to kick this off here. And here we go. So as you can see, we got the central dome back there, as well as Pioneer 2 flying in the sky, but this isn't the real red hole that we're on here. Those nanophotons are always nice to have. They guarantee that if you craft a weapon, that it's going to come with at least 35% of a particular element on it. there's the first of many level ups. It's level 110 for me. Not much of value there. Got something dropping a weapon here. Kratos Saber Plus. So I believe that is locked specifically to human and Newman? Or was it just human? I can't remember now. Moon Atomizer X is completely useless in this mode, because other players also can't revive you. Since either you get revived by Escape Doll, or you get deleted. Somebody must have forgotten to empty their inventory. The other reason to be dropping stuff like this. Level 111. Ultimately, the goal right now would be to get up to level 190. That's what the level cap for the server is. We actually got wrappings here. So each of those comes with a nice experience bonus. And we got a Rappy Feather with that, along with a couple of S-rank spears. Granted, I'm not able to use those given my class, but if we ever do get the market board available, or rather, if we're ever able to actually sell anything through shops, rather, that's something I'll be able to take advantage of. All right, so these Build-A-Bears are the one thing that are pretty dangerous in here, actually. Because they can pretty much take you down in one hit if you're not careful. That's level 112. Couple more weapons over here. Another S-rank spear, as well as an S-rank claw. Oh, somebody just got 2 Millas. Millas are actually pretty rare weapons. If you get the gold weapon as well with them, you're able to turn them into a gold Milla. Twin handgun. They got a Build-A-Bear over here. Down it goes. And we're on to the last group of enemies. This is basically just a wave of Build-A-Bears. Nice, knocked him out of the sky there. Alright, that's it. I'm just gonna grab everything that I can. I did just see a Lavis there. Good number of mission points from that as well. Yeah, I'm smelling the red hair too. Alright, let me put this away here. These Heart Forces and Orbit Forces, actually they don't do anything for me, because all they do is add to the tech stat, which is used for casting techniques. What I need is more in the ment stat, which is mental defenses. We did get a Diragnus Dorso there from that. So let me ask what they're doing. In terms of where most players are right now, it looks like it's split between the Guardians HQ and Raphon Field. So we'll go ahead and make our way back over to Raphon Field then. Actually, wait a minute. Before I do that, how much space do I even have right now in the share box? You know what? I better take care of that, because that's almost full. Yeah, that share box can fill up pretty quickly, that's for certain. So I'm just gonna grab everything that I got in here. Inventory's full. And we'll just drop this all into my partner machine here. Now, eventually, what I do want to do is I want to start moving some of this over to my other character. Just because if this character does happen to get deleted, all their stuff would still be safe, and I'd be able to use it on a different character at that point. It's just right now, for the convenience, I've kind of got it set up in here instead. At the very least, I should do that with the, with anything that I'm not going to be able to equip. But I'll take care of that after the show. Looks like I got a new title here, Small Fortune, which gives me a Kakuwane suit. And actually, I think that's the one I've been waiting for. That one requires that I gather, I think it was 250,000 Maseta. And this is the one that is equipable by a cast character, instead of by one of the humanoid, the human, Newman, and beast races. Yeah, this is what the Kakuwane suit looks like if you haven't seen that before. But for me, it's going to take up an extra slot of storage, and frankly, it's a bit big. So I'm not exactly happy about the size of the hitbox on that either. So off it comes, we'll throw that into the partner machine, and we'll get ourselves back out to Raphon Meadow now. Let's take the teleport over here. And here we are. Okay, somebody did start running S2 Plains Overlord, so that's perfect. Not sure if they just transitioned maps or not. But yeah, playing in hardcore mode definitely gives you a sense of more danger than the game really ever had before. Especially because you can easily be taken out by certain enemies just by getting hit once, using your escape doll, and then getting hit again. You kind of really need to be ready if you go down to abandon a mission or leave your party. If you don't think you're going to make it through it. In fact, there's quite a sense of danger just trying to be around any enemies that have the ability to cast Megid. One of the things that kind of makes this even harder is the fact that the body unit that allows you to resist Megid in the first place, the Vajiri Resist, you can only get that from the Black Nest, which is it's basically an area filled with enemies that can cast Megid, including cannons that you can't shoot out. So you need to watch your positioning in that one on top of what the enemies are doing. Oh my goodness, I just leveled up because I was nearby as they were taking out enemies. That's 113 then. So yeah, leveling up is pretty quick in this compared to a normal character, and I'm glad that they did that to help players get leveled up. Got one of the beasts that just transformed there. And a second one as well, it looks like. Again, I'm trying to level things up here as I'm working to, rather, I'm trying to level up my bullets at the same time that I'm leveling up my experience here. Another Hal Rod. One thing I can definitely tell you is that the drop rates on this server at this point are now way higher than they ever were on the official servers. But in the end, that may be for the best for everybody. Alright, I'm ready whenever they want to abandon. Here we go. And let me get rid of anything I can here. So the Dragon Slayer, the Frying Pans. Pretty much any A I'm going to sell if I can, and then S ranks I'll hang on to. And with that, we are back to it again. This time we'll actually be able to get a full run in. These pulties here don't really pose much risk. Still gotta be careful, but, you know, they're typically not gonna take you down in a single hit. Those Chagris, on the other hand, those flying enemies, they can be a bit dangerous. Now, something else that you're always going to find in a game like this is always the progression, not just only of your level, but of your gear, of course. As I was mentioning before, I've got a red line ready to craft. The problem right now is I still don't have my partner machine built up for it. That should be finished in a couple of days, and then I'll be able to build it. And the reason I need to get that leveled up is because the higher the level the partner machine is with a particular type of weapon or unit, or rather line shield instead of unit, the more successive you're going to be with the synthesization, which is to say, once you get it to level 100 in a particular of those, everything basically becomes a 100% guarantee of working, which I think is a nice change from how things were unofficial. Even if you got the board drop that you wanted, there was never a guarantee that you were going to get lucky enough, even at the stat being 100 on the partner machine, that there was always a chance that you were going to fail. Hey, Wolfric. So it's definitely a nice addition that they made. It can, but when you're someone like me that's been through the entirety of the official servers, it's nice to kind of have things sped up like this. Because the other thing is that gaming sensibilities have really changed since then. Keep in mind, this game was originally released back in 2006. You just don't have games being as grindy as they used to, at least not for the most part. You're still going to have like your MMOs and such that are like that. But very few people are going to be willing to just grind away for hours on end, except in a game like this. And potentially not get anywhere. We're at the boss teleporter. Again, I like to use this boss for just leveling up my single hit photon bullets if I can. Nice big target. Not easy to it's pretty hard to miss them. Oh, and I just cleared one of the daily missions, I think. Refill photon charges, and then we'll be heading right back into it. The Dragon Slayer. But yeah, in terms of the progression that I'm looking at here, the only thing that I don't have that's 12-star yet is the twin handgun there. And technically, there's still room for improvement from there because there are 13, 14, and 15-star weapons in this game. But that red line that I've got, that's going to carry me for quite a while until I can either get a 13, 14, or 15-star line shield. Granted, at class level 50, for the Gunmaster, I'm going to automatically get basically what is the most powerful armor in the game, where it's 50, or rather it's 500 defense points, 500 evasion points, and then 500 mental points. And on top of all that, it's got plus 10 endurance and all 4 of the unit slots as well. And so any further leveling I would need to do beyond that, I'd be pretty set. Although there's also a chance I might hit level 190 before that. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. But at the rate that I'm going, I think I'll get that first. I think I'll get that armor, if I had to guess, maybe around level 160 or so. Would definitely take a lot of the danger away, because at that point then my armor, if we say run through the example here real quick, if I wanted to avoid Megid without having a Vajiri resist, having that would be one of the best ways for me to do it, because it would be, I'd be able to wear the flame unit I'm wearing currently, the flame garment. That adds plus 10 already. Add on to that, the armor has plus, or I'm sorry, the flame garment has plus 10. The master line, as it's called, would have plus 10 as well to endurance, and then my character innately has 15, so that would give me 35 in the end. Now, there's still a risk that a high-level Megid on, say, S4 difficulty would still take me out. But the chances are way lowered from there, and if I knew I was going into a mission like that, I could just put on the Vajiri resist instead. And even the Vajiri resist can be upgraded in the end. That upgrade is called a Makura Kaheshi, and that adds not just only incapacitation resistance, but it also improves defense and evasion, and it even gives plus 12% elemental defense as well. And that's just for the body slot. So I'd still be able to wear the flame garment as well as the master line. And then I would still have room for both an arm slot as well as a head slot. The arm slot, I would probably look to do that as a Garrard Strike. Or no, not a Garrard Strike, a Garrard Bullet. That would give me... Or actually, maybe even an Adept would be endgame on that one. Because an Adept would give me plus 450 attack power, plus 300 accuracy, and my bullet usage would be cut to just 70% the normal cost. as of right now, in terms of obtaining an Adept, I can only get that from either a level 190 to 200 bead brood, or from an S4 Adana Digana boss box, or an S4 Robotanical Gardens. Whoops. Alright, so yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Things can be kind of risky. Alright, so in this case, I'm going to completely just range the guy, the D-Ragon here. Make sure I am completely out of risk here. I am going to stay at range all the way over here. I'm still doing damage to him. And they're down. Alright, level 9 for Master Gunner. Or Gun Master. And that's another thing, if you go down and use Escape Doll, you're going to go down in terms of your final rank for the mission as well. Throw that burn resist in. But I'm pretty sure I've got one already. But yeah, just a few enemies and I'll be at level 114 then. see where my frozen shot is. It's almost at cap. Level 50 is the bullet cap, actually. So once I'm done with that, I'll be able to switch to something else. Oh yeah, one of the fun things about the different classes in this game is they have access to different weapons. So if I pull up what I have access to here, as a gun master, you can see I only have access to these 4 weapon types, and that's how it was back on official as well. So it really limits my options in terms of what I can use compared to if I was a Forte gunner, whereby I have access to a whole bunch of additional other weapons. And the other thing about the master classes is that they can only use S-rank gear. So you wouldn't be able to, say, use an A-rank weapon with them. Or even an A-rank line shield. The only thing that they can use that isn't, or rather the only thing where they can use something that's lesser than S-rank is in units, and that's what I'm using currently for one of my units, the STA Mine, which gives me an extra 30 points to my mental stat. But everything else needs to be S-rank. And I'm curious if that was just a bug that Sega never considered and couldn't fix later on. Somebody else just leveled up there. Might get Frozen Shot to level 50 in this fight, we'll see. Doesn't look like it. How close am I on that? 96%, so it's not going to be much longer here. That might have been the first litany I had found. But yeah, a lot of this is just simply leveling up to get to the level cap. And this mission is actually very popular. There are other popular missions, but this is where a lot of players seem to be gravitating towards for the right now. Partly, I think, because of the relative safety that you get from it, and that the enemies aren't going to be too hard. But I've been with groups that have gone through harder missions. For instance, just last night I ran a rare mission, taking us through the illusory shafts, which is basically the mines area on Regol. And that's actually where I got that red line from that I need to craft together. But a good portion of what I need to do at this point is just get myself leveled up so that I'm strong enough that I can start taking on some of the other missions that are going to hold some of the stronger gear that I'm looking for. Whether that be, in part, just being able to craft the stuff that I need through boards that I can purchase throughout the game, or just finding the drops that I need. Unfortunately, with some of these missions, there's nobody running them, even though they might have something that I need, and when that happens, well, I need to figure out some way to get myself leveled up so I can actually take them on. Alright, let's finish up that frozen shot. Oh, I didn't see the thing go off, but it actually did hit level 50. Alright, so now I can change that out. And let's throw Dark Shot on instead. Dark Shot has the ability to put virus on an enemy, which basically does a dot or damage over time. Dark Shot is at level 21. So that improves the, whenever it hits level 11 or 21, or subsequent levels ending with a 1, typically that means that something about the photon art has improved. In this case, it increases how effective it is in terms of actually getting the virus put in there in the first place. For Killer Shot, that one maxes out at level 31 for its effectiveness, and subsequent steps after that, or no, 21 actually is when it maxes, and then subsequent steps reduce the cost of the photon art itself. Now that effect typically doesn't work on bosses. So I'd be using that more for the elemental damage, and in that case I would switch back to Frozen Shot if I wasn't trying to level other things. Ooh, got him just as he was taking off there. But yeah, in terms of getting that next level line shield, I'm expecting I probably would have to run this mission in particular maybe about another 150 times or so to get up to level 50. Until then, that red line shield should carry me pretty well. Once I can get the thing crafted, that is. Just waiting on the rest of the party now. Actually, it's taking a while for them to get back here. They might just be sorting items and such, though. Alright, one player just left the party. Let's see if the rest of the party's falling apart or not. Yeah, I think they might be in a... potentially be in a different chat. Okay, one of them's here. So we're just waiting on Blueberry here. Let me see where they even are. Yeah, I'm not even sure if they're even in the same zone here. I mean, they should be if the... Oh, they just left. Okay. Alright, so then the group is falling apart then. So I'll go ahead and drop out as well. And see if there's anybody else I can join here. Okay. So, no, it doesn't look like that. For reference, as you can see here, the next level I would need to reach in order to get up to the S3 rank would be level 130. And then I get access to S4 at 160. Alright, so in that case, let me leave the counter. Let me see where everybody is. So, most players are still at the Guardian's headquarters. There's also some players at Old Hakura Temple. I'm not gonna go there, because frankly that one is... It's a bit dangerous for anybody on hardcore mode, to be honest. But let's see what's happening here on the 5th floor of the Guardian's headquarters. Oh, that's where Blueberry went. Okay. So... potentially I could jump into this one, but at the same time, that's taking me into the VR Hive, and I don't think I want to be doing that at this point. Alright, so in that case, let me take a quick look at where I might be able to go to, say, get an upgrade here for something. If anything, I do need to move on with my head unit. I could get a TE Mind S from Rainbow Beast A. And then a Sorry Mind from Sacred Stream S. Now, Sacred Stream S has those giant bots, and I don't think I'd be very effective at taking those out necessarily right now. There's also Robotanical Gardens S2, which has the... I would not be able to join them since their name is not blue there. But the Catty Mind S is the one I'm looking at. That would give me an extra 170 in my mental stat. So I think going after the TE Mind S might be the best option for me right now. So that's going to take me out to New Days. It's a small incremental upgrade. But until I can really handle an S or S2 solo, this is probably going to be the best bet I've got for now. Maybe at level 135 or so I could take another look at Sacred Stream, but I was in there a couple of nights ago when I was about level 100, and it was just way outside what I could handle. And keep in mind, the enemy level does not match up with the level that you would be taking things on at. So, for instance, S2 here for Mizuraki Defense, even though I myself only need to be level 100 to get into there, the creature level is level 150. So there's a stark difference in terms of what you can get into versus what the enemies are actually going to be. And that's why it's generally recommended that starting with at least the S rank level, you actually have a party with you if you can. I believe I went to the wrong one. So... Agata Islands, I think. No, that takes me one step too far, actually. So then it's the first option. Yeah, even though I played this long, long ago when the official servers are up, I have forgotten certain things, like where each of these steps for these flights go. So, Shikantanse route. Yeah, here we go. This is the one I need. There's Rainbow Beast, so we'll do that on A rank. And I need to go this way, so I can get that gate unlocked. Yeah, and as you can see, even though I've got almost 40 levels over them, they still do a decent amount of damage to me. That was 400 damage in a single hit. That's almost as much recovery as I would get out of a Dimate. Dimate gives me 500. And then, of course, there's the risk of being frozen as well. I don't believe I have a resist freeze yet. Yep, there's the freeze. So yeah, trying to do this on S or S2 solo would not be a very good idea right now. Especially with something like this hanging around. The Kamatose is a very powerful and dangerous enemy if you don't know how to handle it. Especially when he's being pushed around by these Goshen here. Twin Freeze is at level 11. Now, for twin handguns, the effective level never increases, so that it's more, I'm getting more power out of each level of these. While in terms of the actual effectiveness of, say, a frozen effect happening, is always stuck at level 2 when it comes to the twin handguns. They're the last one up. Now, sometimes it can make sense to go with non-standard elements in order to make things work to your advantage. For example, this laser cannon I've got has the ground or grav element being used for its photon bullet. Now, while that's not as effective as other things could be against them, the reason I have it is because there's a chance of causing the mute status or silent status to an enemy. And what that does is it prevents them from casting any techniques. Similarly, even though these guys might be ice element, if I can freeze them, for instance, as I was doing earlier, that effectively takes them out of the fight for a few seconds. And then, like I said before, this has the virus effect built in, so if I can get this to stick, and in fact it just did, that effectively acts as a dot against that enemy, so it's doing damage over time. I think it does up to 40% of their maximum HP, if I remember correctly, by the time the effect is done. So it can be very powerful. I think I need to head down this way for the key. Or at least for some extra enemies. Yeah, there's the key there. Where the key is not staying on my screen for some reason, but it is there. Oh wait, what's going on? There it goes. Okay, okay. Riga has hit level 41. Now, something else that does help when you're trying to go through missions solo is you do get access to the full EXP payout compared to if you're in a party. If somebody gets the last hit and that's not you, you're not going to get the full EXP payout from an enemy. But if you're the only one that's in the mission, then hey, you're going to be able to get all that experience then. Really nothing down here? Guess not. Alright, so I just completed the break containers task, and we can view those over here, actually. So, I already did the one for clearing just missions. That gave me 20,000 Meseta. The one for breaking containers gives me an EXP plus 25%. So if I happen to get into another rare mission, that will be something that I could potentially pop. If I remember correctly, I believe there are 4 blocks to this. Oh, I'm frozen. Coming up against a single one of these Comatose here. Nice, frozen again. And down they go. They're pretty easy to take out. Pretty much just stand here and just fire. Ooh. Yeah, those hit hard. Partly because they're buffed enemies, and you can tell that they're buffed just by seeing the symbols that are underneath their name. So in this case, this one is considered to be a group leader, and group leaders, in some case, have the ability to buff other members of their party. I'm gonna try to resolve these Ogumon first here before I deal with the Kamatose. Okay. Got a second one here. Alright, we got a recharge here. Let's take advantage of that. And moving on to the final block. Ooh, I was too close to the line. Okay. And then one more room and I should be done. And then it just comes down to luck if I get the drop or not. Alright, there they are, the final enemy of this mission. Now, something that apparently they're not able to do with the server here on Clementine is make it so that they change their attacks based on what you attack them with. That's kind of a disappointment that they're not able to make that distinction with this enemy. But for instance, if on the official servers, I'd be able to hit him with ice like this, and then they would fire back with Barda spells instead of the light ball there. Or if I tried to attack him with the element that he's weak to, then I would get a face full of Megid. Alright, did I get what I need? Doesn't look like it. Alright, well, let me at least collect the mission points from that. Actually, I wish I had abandoned that mission, because there's one direction I haven't gone yet here on New Days with this character. So I'll head back to the city, and I'm going to head back to that same area again. I believe it was over in that direction I need to go. But first, let me go to the shopkeep here. I'm gonna sell these A-rank weapons. throw the rest of this into the share box. It's supposed to be over this direction. Okay, I think it's actually over here. Yeah, that's gonna lead me to Grove of Fanatics. Huh, where did this go? Oh, there it is, okay. Yeah, so Hill of Spores. I haven't gone this direction yet. I pretty much picked up all the other routes at this point, including getting out to the Falls Memoria through the Guardians Colony. But I just haven't gone this way yet, so I guess we'll consider this a little bit of a exploration trip here. There are the Kakuane that the costume that we got earlier is based on. There's the key drop. And we got some Go Boomas here. How these guys got over from Regol, I don't know, but at the same time, this isn't the only time in the series where we see enemies from one planet on another planet. Of course, there's all the Dragonkin that ended up on planet Makia in Phantasy Star Nova. And then, of course, with the most recent Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis, you've also got enemies from the past showing up on Halfa rather, as well. Looked like the path might have continued, but nope. Got more boomers again. Killer shot hits level 42. Nice, got the dot on all three of them. On to block 2. Alright, so now I gotta start being a little careful here. Because we do have some flyers here. As well as Rappy Pullix at the same time. They're trying to pincer me, but I'm not gonna let them. Nice, level 115. I want to head back to Block 2. Because I remember that there was another path to take here. Yeah, this smoking bridge over here. And there was another door that we couldn't even go through because we didn't have a key. So I believe we're going to pick up that key over here. Alright, we're going up. There's that key. Let's open up this passage that we couldn't open up before. Ah, nice. It has a recharge cube inside. Alright, we are back where we were before. So what are we going to find on the path here? I see a gate that we need to get open, as well as more of those rappies. Yeah, that's a rappy sickle. Alright, I hear that key drop. That's over there. But is there anything else to be found up here? there's a teleporter. We got a Peggy, which is a TCSM, I believe? Yes. So that's useful for casting techniques, but not in my case, since I can't use it. Then we also got a Tangerine. Right, that area is where we were just a moment ago. More Rappies. Yeah, and they have the chance to put me to sleep there.
Emergency code attack!
Captain Radix with the raid, thank you very much. How you doing today? Anything back here? Doesn't look like it. Alright. On to block 4. Another recharge spot, that's exactly what I need, because we're coming up on a boss room, basically. It's just gonna be wave after wave after wave of enemies here, in this small area to fight. And And if it wasn't for the fact that I was trying to reduce the amount of status effects I could potentially receive, I would instead have a, I'd still have my Sturm attacker on instead, which would help me to clear out at least a portion of this. Not because I gotta play it careful, since I'm on hardcore mode, I don't really have a choice here. Oh, looks like that's it. So, not as many waves as I remember then. So this is dropping some whips for weapons as well as a slicer there. Huh, I must have missed something somewhere. Things are going well.
いらっしゃいませ。
Let's get all these out of the inventory. I'm trying to remember if there was something in this direction again. There is. There's the village defense mission. And then I think there's another in the other direction. But this is a nice spot along the way here. Especially with the cute little guys here. This sends me over to the Sagaraki area. I guess I can run through Dancing Birds real quick here. Here come those Kakuane again. Nice, throws that one in the air. Ooh, that's right, there are traps in this area. Hey, at least the Alaka are weak to the ice element here, so they're going down fast. Radariga is getting pretty close to hitting max level here. Uh-oh. Once I get to block 2 or 3, I may need to step back to the start of this mission to restock mates. I've got just 2 Dimates left. Although I forgot to restock those before I stepped in again. Teleporter takes us into a locked room. With more of those traps. Alright, so the item I just used is an Agatride, and that basically increases my attack power. There was a door over here that was locked. Let's go ahead and check that out. Okay, that's taking me into block 2. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything at the end there. Looks like there is a teleporter here. And that just takes me back to where I came from. Okay. Whoops. So we got a path that goes up here, as well as a path over there. We'll check up here first. Lots of traps on the ground. We're getting very close on Barada Riga. Alright, so this looks like this goes off in a completely different direction here. So I'm actually going to backtrack to that other path real quick. I am out of Dimates. And I've been put to sleep. That's not good. Can't sleep because of the foliage. Looks like I made the right decision coming back here. group of Kakuani. Yep, getting a little bit of lag from the server. There it goes. Very reminiscent of kind of how things were lagging for a while on the new Genesis server. Yeah, so we get in and just immediately teleport her. I think I'll be okay on mates here. Worst case, if I have a problem, I can always abandon. Oh, actually, there's a teleporter back. Okay. Hello, Rappy Gug. Get out here so we have some more space to work with. Alright, that mission is cleared. Got a Catty Force S, which I think is the opposite of the one I've been looking for. Yeah, so that one increases my technique, but it lowers my mental, which is the exact opposite of what I want, unfortunately. Alright, so that at least gets my Gunmaster up to level 10 now, so that just leaves me with another 40 class levels I need in order to get the Master Line shield, which is that one that I'm really looking forward to getting, because that has all those amazing stats on it. Alright, let me head over to Holtis City real quick. Let's see if anything opened up in Raphon Meadow at all. Restock my stuff here real quick. Yeah, hopefully so. Okay, there is a party running, S2 here, so I'll go ahead and hop in with them real quick. I think I'll run this, and we'll call it a show after that. This place is just great, in general, if you've got a team going, for leveling up. Both your class level as well as your experience level. There are other missions out there that will give you more powerful gear, but this one still has some of the most important gear that you can get still fairly early on as you're leveling up. In particular, that being the Flame Garment that I've got here, as well as the D-Reagan line. As I mentioned before, the Flame Garment gives me an extra 10 endurance, or status defense. And then the D-Reagan line is just great overall until you can get something better, like the red line I've got waiting for me once I'm able to get it crafted up. But if I'm able to, I'm looking forward to getting this character to max level at 190. This is Plains Overlord. It's the one with the D-Reagan. And of course, as I've also mentioned before, this being hardcore mode, if you go down without escape doll, you're basically going to get your character wiped immediately by the server. So this is also one of the safer missions to run in a group, at least until you can get the more powerful gear that you're going to need to be able to take on things like Dark Falls and the Hives. For those, you definitely want to make sure you get your Vajuri Resist on. Because that prevents Magid from giving you an incapacitate status, wiping away your escape doll. Alright, on to the boss. Alright, they took off. Let's do what we can to try to bring it down. Down they come. Let's collect our mission points. Alright. And so with that, I think I'm going to call that a show here. Tomorrow, April Fool's Show. Got a fun one that, I'll put it this way, had I not already promised Dark Souls last year, I would have done this instead. So, look forward to it. Until then, this is PrinceBrightstar signing off. I'll catch you next time.